Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers. In today's video, we're going to try to see if we can get this Craftsman up and running again. So stay tuned. Alrighty guys, like I said in today's video, we're going to try to get this Craftsman going again. I know that about a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, however long it was, we were supposed to get this mower running again. But when I bought the new carburetor for it, it came from California and it didn't run good at all. We diagnosed it and found out the jet to the new one right here was too small. So the engine was dying out on fuel, not getting enough fuel. It was too much air. It was bad. It was just really bad. And the reason why I say California is because everybody knows California has the regulation for emissions, which is every motor vehicle from a car to a lawn tractor can't surpass a certain amount of emissions coming out of the factory. And so when we bought this carburetor and it was manufactured and made in California, their standards are, well, if you have a little bit less fuel, less combustion, less emissions. So they made the jet size smaller in the carburetor but kept everything else the same. And what the jet does is the jet makes it so that you it's basically the main squirt of fuel. It basically, in a shorter sentence, I don't know how else to say it like this, but it delivers fuel to the engine. It's the main source of fuel, and the smaller the jet, the less fuel. The bigger the jet, the more fuel. And these carburetors require a certain jet to run on these certain motors. So when I bought this thing off of California, because I didn't know it was coming from California, I should have checked, it came with a smaller jet. Thus this motor ran completely garbage. It wouldn't even go into second gear. It would go like first gear just fine, and then second gear bogged, and then right as I went to go out of second gear, it would just die. So it just barely went into second and all that stuff. So like I said, I dug into it and I found out it was the carburetor, that it just not right parts in it. The jets were too small, wasn't good. So what I did was I had one of my buddies take this carburetor and rebuild it. This is almost like the same stock one that's on this one. The stock one is still in the shop there, but what I had my buddy do was just take this exact same carburetor, clean it up, add a new fuel solenoid, and just do all the fixings, because we're a little tied up and busy with the Suburban, so I really didn't have enough time to work on this small stuff for this motor. So anyways, long story longer, I got the carburetor back and we're about to see if it's going to run, and hopefully it does, because that would be pretty cool, because nothing else was wrong with this thing except for the carburetor. So that's pretty much it. That's the story here. That's what we're working off of. In case some of you guys don't remember, you can see right here, I'll do a nice little camera shot here, but this mower is a 1989 Craftsman GT 6000. Now this mower, like I said, it is from 1989, and it's kind of bricky, you know, not a bad bricky, but anyways, it is powered by a Kohler Courage 15.5 horsepower single cylinder engine. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna start installing this carburetor. It's quite simple, really. Make sure there's nothing, no water in there, which is clean. So these fuel solenoids, basically, they have this wonderful little ground here. This doesn't need the ground, because the way this one works is it's got a ground already connected to the fuel solenoid, so it's already being grounded. So we're just gonna delete this already here. Alrighty guys, we are back. Got the gasket in there. Wonderful. Just making sure everything fits, because this is not the same as the one before, and it does. Perfect. All right, so What I always like to do first is I like to do the governor first and the throttle, because those are always the hardest. So we're gonna go in like this, and then the choke rod next. Beautiful, and that's it. All right, I thought there was a governor spring that went with this, but I guess not. I haven't worked on this in a while, so bear with me. So we gotta kind of just lightly bring it over, push it in. Now the one thing about these carburetors, ooh, I can see my throttle there's getting crooked. Give me a second. That wasn't put in all the way. There we go. The one thing about these motors, and it's with every Kohler out there, my V-twin, the twin cam, this thing, there's always a clip. I'll show you right there. There's a clip, black clip right here on top of the governor, and if that's not clicked in, your carburetor's going to surge. See how it just clicked in right there? Carburetor's going to surge because it's not getting the full linkage to linkage action with the governor right here. And what I've had happen with this specific motor over and over again is I've forgotten to put the clip on, and then it runs good for a little while, but when you rev it up, it'll go boom, 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 you know, like it'll kind of lag, and we don't want that here. So always remember that. Got that connected. All right, so now we're gonna do this fuel line. I don't know if this fuel line's still good. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked on this thing, which I'm sure is not a good thing, but it is what it is. Okay, so push this puppy back. Trying not to hurt this puppy. These fuel lines, the steel lines are very precious. I mean, it does not take a lot just to get them to break. So especially in the winter, I mean, oh my goodness, they're easy. Come on. They're also very easy to kink because this has a fuel pump on it. That's why it's got the steel line on it. I'm not very confident in this gas. It's not smelling very good. I don't even know if it has gas in it. It's probably just old gas that's on the frame. I hope I'm not blocking the camera for everybody. Let me just see here. Pull up a bit. Okay. Come on. There you go. Jesus. The one thing that we're going to do with this thing this year is either engine swap it, because I don't like these motors, or fix this fuel line dilemma and just keep running it, because oh my goodness, that is such a you know what. The fuel line makes it really hard to move it. Come on. There we go. Jesus. Okay. Whew. Got these new clips put on there, the good ones. And this is one of those crappy ones right here, stock ones. Make sure those are on. Nice and tight. Alrighty. So, now that that's done, I always like to save the solenoid for the last because that's always the easiest part of the whole thing. So now what's next is you'll see this breather tube right here. Basically, like I've explained with the Predator, exact same thing we got going on over here. But this time, this one is actually different. This is not the same concept. The breather tube gets run into the overhead valve compartment here, and it kind of creates a vacuum from the overhead valves, like a suction vacuum, and it helps the motor breathe air through the air filter, which is this puppy right here. I can just, some snow fell on him, which is this puppy right here. And you'll notice, I'm gonna take this apart for you, really easy, just this Little screw, pop the cap off, done. You'll notice that on this particular motor, I'm just cleaning it up a bit. I'm seeing a little bit of snow. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyways, you'll notice that on this unit, you'll see this little plug right here. And that's where it goes. Just making sure there's no snow in there, which there is not. Very good. So basically what we do here is we, nice and easy, put this puppy in like that. Make it secure, make sure it's in there good. We don't want it to come out, slide out, or anything like that. And then I always like to put this breather tube in next, because when you bolt that puppy in, it's going to squeeze in there, making it harder for that breather tube to get put in. I'll show you right here. I can get a good camera shot. There we go, right up in there. See this breather tube. So, just going to pop that puppy in beautifully. And then we're going to take our baby bolts here, and we're going to put them into the old carburetor. Now the general rule, like I keep preaching to you about this, or I always preach to my followers and subscribers about this, because I see it happen so many times. I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. Never impact these bolts. You could, especially I've seen people go like, they'll impact this all the way and then this. Bad idea. You're gonna break your gasket, or you could strip the bolt threads and then this puppy's welded in there. You don't want that. Always do the carburetors, really anything that's precious like this puppy or a magneto, really precious, easy to break. So always give both sides a bit of love and attention, and don't make it too tight, snug tight, just good enough. A lot of people ask me the question of how do I know tight is tight, and I'll tell you a good trick right now that I always do is we're going to tighten this puppy up. If I can get the right socket. That's not the right one. Jesus. Alright, what is this? This is a, I think that's a 10 millimeter. Yep, that's 10 millimeter, called it. 10 millimeter socket. Blech. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening this side right to about snug. Just barely tight. Like still, I could still remove it with my hand if I wanted to. Then we're gonna do this side. Same way. Snug. And then I'm gonna give this one a rotation like this, and then give this one a rotation, and just keep going back and forth like that. Give this one and go back to this one. And I probably do that about 2 or 3 times, nothing more, nothing less. I'm gonna give this one one more. One, this one more. Alrighty guys, we fixed it somewhat. See how it doesn't move anymore? And the choking gauge is right there. So we got that connected, fuel line connected, everything's connected. All we gotta do is put the top back on our air filter here. Come on. There we go. You may not be able to see this part. Righty, so I'm gonna pack my taps away, everything get ready here, and then we'll resume the camera when we get batteries hooked up and we're ready to crank it over. Alrighty guys, got everything plugged up here, just about to get it plugged up here at least. Pack is on. Good, full battery. Leave this up here on the front. We don't want that on the flywheel. Let's see what happens. Because it's cold, we're gonna get the choke, of course. And let's see what happens. Oh, hold on. One of the wires probably fell out again. Okay. Oh, no, that's why clutch is not in. All right, here we go. Alrighty. Interesting. Probably should have done this first, but check to see if it's got fuel in it. It has been a while. Oh yeah. It's got fuel. Good fuel, looks to be. Everything hooks up. Try it again. No fuel leaks. Everything looks to be all right. Choke's engaging, you can see it right there. Has been a while. Let me just double check to make sure nothing got unplugged up here. Spark plug's good. Breather tube's good. Ah, look at that right there. Knew something wasn't right. Fuel shut off was on. Or it was off. Okay. Try it again. Choke is on. Cranking over. Come on, baby. Yeah, that ain't gonna crank. All right, so what we're gonna do is fire this puppy up, and we'll have to hook up some jumpers, and this puppy will jump the old Craftsman. So we'll have Harriet jump start the Craftsman. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Alrighty, got it all hooked up. Wow. Kohler power, baby. Running back again. You can hear how every time I go up on the throttle, it kind of wants to stall and then it goes in. I think with a little bit of tuning we'll be all right. But man, we're back in business with this girl. We will be doing a lot of videos very soon of some trail maintenance. When this snow clears out in about a week or two, I'll do a video of this mower, Harriet, and the Simplicity. Maybe not Harriet because he might be down for the count, because I got some parts coming for it and my buddy's gonna be picking it up pretty soon, because that is his mower. I was just the one fixing it up and getting ready for him. But yeah, no, trail maintenance video, and I'd like to see this baby on it too, because we need a 6-speed. Hydrostatics are good and all, but the manuals I love the most because you can get the most power out of them and you can manually control your gears, whereas the automatic, it's just forward, reverse, whatever happens happens, and it's all on you. So that's awesome. Such a success. We got this puppy going, living once again. It's been sitting here for at least 3 months, maybe 2, maybe even longer than that. It might have been November the last time we saw this thing of 2023. So it's been sitting for a while, and I'm glad we got it going. Yeah, it's always good to learn stuff about these kind of mowers, just so you can kind of get the notion of just getting used to it. I can't drive it right now in the condition it's in, only because we have 2 flat tires in the front, and I ran out of the tire repair stuff. It's like this little gooey stuff I used on this mower, so I got to get some more of that stuff. But we will be seeing this thing on the trails very soon, and when I mean soon, I mean in the next video or maybe the one after that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to make this video just as a little something in between the Suburban, because we do have parts going for that thing. I can't just install the carburetor on the Predator. There's some stuff we have to measure out, which we'll make a video on. We got to buy some exhaust parts. We got to figure out a good foot throttle for the carburetor. So all that will come to pass. And so while we're waiting for parts, I just figured, why not just get this thing going right in between. So you will be seeing videos in between the Suburban and these mowers, so keep your eyes out. And like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this channel with your friends and family. I'd love to get some more subscribers. We're at 235, guys. We're getting there. We need a little bit more till 500 or more, but we can do this. We got it. I have full confidence in you guys. So comment, subscribe, you get the whole drill. Also check out the links below. I won't blab on about them. You guys know what the links are. Instagram, Patreon, and I think my Facebook is up. I'm not too sure. I gotta tweak that one and need some fixing, because it won't let me edit certain videos. So without further ado, I hope you guys stay safe and catch you guys next time.